is Dori, I'm a teacher of English, and today we're going to talk about numbers in IELTS listening. Especially in section 1 of listening, you're going to hear a lot of numbers and you will be asked to write them down in your answer sheet. So you need to be very careful of your spelling and how you're going to write down those numbers. Now, this is part 1 of this video, so let's get started. Firstly, you should be able to recognize the difference between 13, 30, 14, 40, 15, 50, etc. so on and so forth. So if you hear 13, 14, 15, etc., you will see that the stress of the word is in the end, towards the suffix of the word. And this teen in the end is actually from the word teens, the teen numbers. So these are the smaller numbers. So if you're able to recognize that the teen, when you hear it, then you should know that you should write down the smaller numbers, 14, 15, 16, etc. The same goes with the bigger numbers. So if you hear 50, 60, 70, you will see that the stress is at the first part of the word. So these are the bigger numbers. If you're able to recognize this difference, you will be able to write them correctly in your answer sheet in terms of spelling. Now, if you listen to the recording, longer numbers such as 3,565, you should know that you can't write down these numbers using a point between 3 and 5, for example. You should use either nothing or a comma between them, okay? So you cannot use a point in this case. However, you can use a point when we talk about decimals, especially in numbers. For example, £3.55, £3.55. In this case, you should use a point between 3 and 5. And you cannot use nothing or a comma in this case, only a point, okay? In section 1 of listening, you might also hear a telephone number. This is very common. There's nothing unusual about this, however, you should pay attention to 0. The number 0 is also pronounced as O in English. So if you hear O, it is a 0, nothing there to confuse you. Also, if you have numbers one after the other that are the same, you can also hear the word double. Instead of saying the numbers, for example, 4, 4, you may hear double 4, okay? So for example, if we have the number 6, 4, 5, double 4, 0, 5, this is how it is, you may hear it, or you can also hear it as 0, 5, or instead of double 4, they may say 4, 4, okay? These are just your options, what you are going to hear or what you may come across in order for you not to be confused. Okay, that's the end of part 1. Please stay tuned for part 2 and numbers in listening if this helped you. Thank you very much for watching. Please do check out the description box below for the links to my website, to social media links and to other useful videos. Until next time, good luck with your exam.